Hello everyone, welcome back to another Manga Boy reading log. I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 vols this week. A pretty busy week, I must say. Okay, it's a pretty busy week. That's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, okay? That's like 1/10 of a haul, a little bit over 1/10. Pretty good, I guess, right? Let's start with the Exo Drive Reincarnation Games All Japan Isekai Battle Tournament. I was really waiting for this to come in. This is a fun manga where our main characters, they get hit by trucks in this big battle arena tournament thing. And the first person to save the world they get isekai'd to will win the tournament, but they have to get a certain amount of points to do it as well. They each have a specific driver that runs them over here. The truck's right there, so they've got to be careful in picking their truck driver, I guess. They have these like cheat decks, so they're allowed to pick 3 cheats, and then 1 cheat they hide from the other opponent so they can't see it. They do get isekai'd into the same world. I thought that this was a very fun take on the isekai genre. I really did not see this becoming some, genre. When I first heard of it, I was like all hyped about it. I thought it was going to be like the best isekai hero archetypes fight each other. That'd be really cool, but no, it's like a race to be who's the best isekai king. So that's pretty neat. I did enjoy it overall, but it's does feel like a little rushed because you don't learn much about that world they're in. Obviously, you just learn about their journey through it, and they quickly level up to beat the main boss. So it's fun, it's cool, but it's just cheesy, I guess. It's like a B action movie. It's okay, You'd have to know recommend it to a specific kind of audience. Kigurumi Guardians. So this is something that I read last week, was volume 1. Same author as Penguin Drum and Zakuro. I've never read Zakuro, but probably good because this was pretty good. This is kind of Shojo-Esque. The main characters have to kiss this mascot dressed guy in order to transform them into handsome men to fight these heartless demons, kind of like Kingdom Hearts, right? And so, it is fun, it is good. You learn a little bit more about the mystery of these guys, but something to know before you go and run out and buy this volume is it does not have an end. It is very clear about that. It does say to be continued volume 4. It is not like, we rushed, ended it. No, there is just no end. So that's too bad. I really enjoy it a lot. I do wish that they would bring it back at some point. I hope that the author eventually does pick it back up. I believe she stopped doing it because she was having her children or a child, and then she didn't want to do it, while she was raising the child. And so I don't know if she plans on coming back to it or if it's just DOA. But it was really good. Sayonara Football, volumes 1 and 2. This showcases a girl who wants to be the best at soccer or football, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to sneeze. Thank you. Thank you for blessing me. Anyways, so she wants to become the best, and she has all these cool fancy feet. She's a very dedicated trainer, but all of her male counterparts, her friends who also play, they're growing up taller than her, they're getting stronger than her, and so she feels like this is the last year where she stands a chance to be on equal ground because she's about the same height as them. Only a few people are taller than her, so she thinks this is the last year, but they don't let her play because she is a girl and it's a boys league, so obviously you can't have girls versus boys. Especially just on one team, that would be unfair, I suppose. But she wants to show them that she can play just as good, if not better than them. So that's what it's about. I think it's a very good story so far. I think it's got a good message to it as well. You know, just because you're a girl doesn't necessarily mean you've got no chance. Things like that. You know, underdogs can win via other skills too. It's not all about the physical difference. So she wants to ultimately bring back women's soccer and make it one of the best sports in the league again, just like it used to be, I guess. I don't know if that was ever true, but I'm not a fan of soccer. But I did like that manga, actually. I thought it was very good. The girl with the Sanpaku eyes. I know I've read a lot of girly books, I guess, this week. But I did actually enjoy this one, too. It's full colored. It really doesn't have too much of a plot. It's just very cutesy. Pretty much this girl kind of has like RLS, you know, where she's got these narrow eyes. You know, they're not the cutesy big shoujo eyes that everyone's used to drawing. But I really liked it, actually. Very cute. Very fun to watch the girl's reaction to when she's trying to ask the boy out and vice versa. At the end of the volumes, they do have a little bit of a, you know, what was the guy thinking at these moments and what was like her friends thinking. And so it really adds to the story. It's kind of like, what's the word for it? Relatable, I guess, if you were ever in high school and you had a crush on a girl or a guy. You know, I guess you could relate to it pretty well. And so that's kind of cool. But I, you know, recommend this if you like just cutesy, quick, one-off love stories. You know, this is, like I said, pretty straightforward by the book, slice of life. No real overarching plot except for the girl wants to go at the guy and the guy wants to go at the girl. And their journey as they get there. So, yeah, definitely a fun read. Definitely kind of like a mindless read, you know. A brain cleanser, maybe. Next, we have Zac Spell 1 through 3. If you don't know me, I'm a big fan of Zac Spell. Essentially, what happens is Zac Spell comes from England. Kyo's dad, the main character, is Kyo. He's an asshole, okay? Kyo is a jerk. But he sends Zatch over from England to make his son not a jerk. And so what does he do the second he lands in Kyo's house? Well, he gets Kyo in big boy trouble. You know why? Because Zac Spell can shoot lightning when Kyo reads the word Zakare out of the book. And only he can really read the word Zakare. And when Zatch casts a spell, he like blacks out, he faints. And so his mom expects him to look after him. And he goes, "You expect me to look after him? It's not like you have anything better to do." That's what his mom says. And he says, "No way. This guy shoots lightnings out of his mouth." He goes, "That's just silly, right, Zatch? No one can do that." And then Zatch goes, "His dad was right. Lightning bolts? He's a fool." So Kyo just thinks he's playing dumb because he's like, "Dude, I watch you shoot a lightning bolt." Eventually, Kyo learns that, you know, he has to cast the spells of care in order to do it. Zatch doesn't do it like knowingly. And when he does cast it, he forgets that he even cast it. So eventually Zatch figures it out and he thinks he's a monster. But the main concept here is that Zatch has to fight and beat 100 different Momoto. That's what they censored them into being. They're usually just demon children. So that way he can become the Momoto King or the Demon King, depending on if you're reading the official translation or the Viz. Or the Viz. This girl's Naomi. She's hilarious. She's Zatch's bully. She constantly bullies Zatch around. This is another funny scene. I think I might have posted this online. Zatch got a new friend made by Kyo. His name is Vulcan 300. And as you can see here, Kyo just made him in like 5 minutes. He just took a box and he put some chopsticks together into it to get arms and legs. Okay, how old is Vulcan? 5 minutes old. Perfect. He's made from a snack box and disposable chopsticks, okay? And then he goes out to the park and he finds this girl, Kolulu. She's got this very nice doll, you know, that her friend made for her by hand. And Zatch is like, "Yeah, but they made that in stores, right? You can't buy a friend." And he's like, "Nope, she made it for me. She really loves me quite a lot." And then and then Zatch gets like all sad. He's like, "God damn it." He's like, "Vulcan, my Vulcan, he didn't even use Kuru." He made it in like 5 minutes when he was leaving out the door. And he thought he was so slick. Now all of a sudden Zatch thinks he's inadequate because he doesn't get this handmade doll. Oh my god, it was quite a story. There is also a lot of action into it as well. I'm just pointing out some of the comedy bits. But Zatch learns a myriad of spells. He gets a shield, he gets a magnet ball, he gets a big ass dragon. He gets a few other power-ups, like he goes Super Saiyan at one point. This is another good scene. They find a Momoto here, and it's blatantly obviously not Kyo because he's eating a fish, but he's, appears to be Kyo, and everybody falls for it. Even his friend Susie falls for it, and then eventually he falls down. He's like, "What the heck is wrong with you guys?" Oh, it is just a blast. I definitely can't recommend Zac Spell enough. If you can't find Zac Spell, reasonably priced, I would just read it online. I'm not normally a fan of pirating, but when it comes to availability being non-existent, I would definitely recommend it. I don't think it's on any online apps, so that, as far as I know, is the only way to really experience it, besides owning it physically. And I wouldn't buy it for an arm and a leg, especially since it's not a finished series anyways. Next, Tokyo ESP. This one you should be able to get pretty easily by Vertical Comics. These are 2-in-1s. Essentially what happens is this penguin here is chasing down these fish in the sky to eat them, because he's a penguin. Penguin like fish. At least that's as far as I understand it. But these glowing fish fly into people. And once they do that, you get superpowers. And so everybody gets like a random superpower who has this fish kind of resting in them. This main character girl gets the power to just go through things, but she can't go through people. But if she gets shot by bullets, they go right through her, swords, that kind of thing. Her dad has the power to be a magnet, just kind of random. And this guy that she finds has the ability to teleport, kind of like Nightcrawler. So it's pretty cool, to see all these powers at work, and to kind of get to the mystery of what's happening. Why are these fish giving powers? Where do they come from? What is with this penguin? Why is this penguin here? And there's also another kind of shadowy organization coming around as well. So I've really been enjoying this quite a bit. If you guys like sci-fi, fantasy, supernatural, or anything like that, I definitely would get this manga. If you like superheroes, that's another reason to get it. It's really cool. It's kind of like I don't know what to even compare it to. It's not like a lot of things. Maybe it's kind of like Blood Battle Blockade, but I think it's done a little bit better. I think it's done a lot better than Blood Battle Blockade from what I've read. I think I've only read 1, 2, and 3 of that, though, so maybe it's not a fair judgment, but, I do really enjoy this quite a bit. It's a lot of fun, energetic, and very interesting. Which had Atelier Volume 7. This one I got back in July, and I totally didn't even realize it. But anyways, in July I got it. We pick up where we left off, with the main character heading over to this tower to figure out if she can learn anything to help her mom turn back from stone. But her teacher here decides to stop her. I can never tell how to pronounce his name. Let me show you guys how. It's spelt under the character front sheet here. Oh, there's not a character sheet. Okay, anyways, it's like Kwaishi or Kui. I don't know. Okay, I can't remember how to say it. But it is a very good manga about my nice, fun little witches. And what they're trying to do is they try to solve problems that people have. And so Coco is the main character, and she becomes a witch because her mom gets turned to stone. And once you see magic, you're supposed to be, memory erased, but her mom's stone, and she's like, no, I just want to save my mom. And so her master lets her become a witch and learn magic. Along the way, she finds a few other people, and they try to, work together to solve these problems people have. But there's also this mystery of what happened to her teacher. Why did her teacher break the law to teach her magic? Why? What's going on with his eyes? There's something going on there, which I find is very interesting right now. So that is a really cool little subplot happening, and I'm very excited to see where it goes. He has some tie to these other witches and wizards who, they are called the Brimmed Hat. So they're the pointy hats and the brimmed hats. And the Brimmed Hats are trying to get magic, and they're using dark magic, they're using healing magic. And the healing magic's banned because you can, live forever. There's a lot of ways to go from healing magic to living forever, getting immortality. And so, they have to decide you know, what's right and what's wrong, what's fair, what's not fair. And so sometimes people will defect to the brim tats who they portray as evil and wicked, but I'm starting to wonder how evil and wicked they really are, versus the pointy hats who are more or less the good guys for now. Again, it seems like they both are a little bit of gray, though it definitely seems like the brim hats are evil. I mean, they change people into these monsters against their will. I mean, that's probably not the hero of the story. At least that's my thought, right? That makes sense. But that is what I read this week. Please let me know what you read down in the comments below. Charvy over there, my girlfriend, she got me that. Well, she didn't get it for me, but she was done with it. So she put it on my bookshelf. She says it's supposed to be like a mana potion. I don't know if I believe it, but it does look kind of cool. Probably will get rid of it. Let me know what you read in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Did you pick up anything or find anything interesting that I read this week? Because I did read a few new things here that I haven't really read before. But you know, Zac Spell's gonna be sticking around for a while. Anyways, thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next episode. Bye-bye.